Constructicons form Devastator! Hey, where's the other two? They were feeling a little under the weather. They were eating Domino's pizza again. Let me take a look at them. I'll fix them up. Hey, are you sure? Yeah, of course. I'm a doctor.
What up, big kids? It's time for your
big review.
What up, big kids? Here's your big review of the TFC Toys Hercules Dr. Crank, aka Classics Hook figure. Here's that same packaging we got in with the other figures and that very nice box art we see of a Hook, not Hook, Dr. Crank, Hercules. Sides of the box shows all the different modes of Dr. Crank, while the other side has that really nice box art. The back shows all the different modes of Dr. Crank. It says, collect all 6, which I have to make the mighty Hercules. Well, the doctor is in to see you, so let's check out Dr. Crank. And here we got Dr. Crank, aka Hook. This figure will have you hooked, and he's definitely better than Dr. Pepper, for sure. Let's take a closer look at Dr. Crank. My favorite head sculpts of the bunch. I love, he has his mouth, and very G1 accurate. The greens and purples look great. Also, again, has really great light piping, which I love. The silver bits in his abdomen with the reds are very nice, and the blacks on his hips, the silver right there. I like the little kneecaps, how they did them, and just the wheels look great. And I really am always blown away. Like, I love how they have the construction black and yellow stripes. And I'll get into this thing here in a bit, but the crank part is also so awesome. And of course he comes with the guns, the one red and the one purple that will make the bigger Hercules Devastator gun. For articulation, Dr. Crank's head can move left and right. It can't really go up and down, but its arms fully can rotate. They do get a hit. They do hit the back part right there, so it can only go that much. But they do go in and out. You can kind of move this a little bit if you want to, but it goes in and out that way and in and out that way. It has a bend that's like a double elbow joint, which I love. And his wrist, the gun just fell out, but his wrists don't rotate, unfortunately. He doesn't have a waist joint, unfortunately. Yeah, no waist joint, but his legs go forward and back, in and out. They rotate at the upper part of the knee. It has this kind of like double jointed knee, which I love, and he has the heel, so he has quite a bit of articulation. Crane part, but you can actually remove this, and you can actually use this, have him hold it, kind of like like a giant bazooka shoulder cannon thingy. It can work. This peg right here can fit in there, but it's crooked when you do this way, so it's a cool idea, but I mean, I prefer just keep it on this back. Another thing that's cool with these holes, you can actually put the guns like in here, kind of have like arm blaster, which looks really cool. And because if you take off this thing, you can keep the guns up here like it came in package with the guns holding like there, which is an awesome idea. But I actually also think you can keep this on here. You can actually place the guns on here, and you can have it kind of like shoulder cannons. And I just knocked over heavy labor, sorry, but I think this is also awesome. So you have so many options with putting his guns. Dr. Crank, of course, comes with instructions on how to transform it in all its modes, and he comes with this little stat card, which is very nice. You can see he's a very smart, very skillful person. That's very appropriate for a doctor. Now it's time to transform Dr. Crank into his crane truck mode. So let's take out the guns. Alrighty here. This little part right here actually might take it off just to make it easier. First is you rotate his head, because these pegs will peg in to something in a second. Turn the wheels to the front. Now what you're going to do as you turn this up, you got to make sure to move this where you can turn this to the side, because that will peg into the head. And then you can bring these arms where this part will peg into that. So you make sure it pegs together like that, and it will peg together on the side. So let's do the same. So you turn this to where you can turn it, pull this in, and this will peg together. Now these wheels on the side, you just bring them down, and then the legs are real easy. You just make sure the heels are in already, and then you would just fold in the legs. They would collapse onto each other, and you make sure that they're pegged together. These little kneecaps you just bring down. And then that's the front. Then you just reattach the crane part right here into this little pig. And here we got Dr. Crank, aka Hook, in his crane truck mode. Very awesome vehicle mode. Let's take a closer look. I love the paint apps in this mode, like he has the headlights and what the windshield would be, and just like all the little details, like with the wheels. It has like 8 wheels, which is just awesome and accurate for these type of vehicles, and the tail lights in the back there. It's very awesome. And you know, you don't, I love, since you reverse the robot head, you don't see anything. I mean, it's very nice and flush. And what I really love is this crane. This crane is very nicely articulated, and I'll show more of it. But what's cool about this is this actually functions as an actual crane, and you can actually, if you want to, put a string and you can actually roll it through here and then roll it through this little part, and this part would detach, and you can actually use it as an actual hook to crane things or whatever. If you want to see how it's done, check out Charmus Prime's video. He shows how you can do it. It's really awesome that you can do it. So I guess they just didn't want to do the string, or it was just too hard, so but they allow you to. But the thing that's awesome about this is that it does extend for the ladies. Oh yeah, now that is pretty long, really long, like Sean long. I mean, what? But yeah, what's awesome is that this can actually go up, so it can go pretty high. As you see here in my lamps in the way, you can see it goes pretty high. And I just love, in this part you can have it, you know, so if you want to pull it out, or it's really cool. I like this, like you can really just like rotate this all the way. This is just so much fun. I mean, it's just so functional. Size comparison in vehicle mode, you can see how tall it is compared to like a deluxe figure like Transformers Prime Bumblebee, and how much bigger it is than the G1 Hook. See how much longer than this is G1 counterpart in a deluxe figure. Now let's transform Dr. Crank into the head and upper torso Devastator. What we'll do, remove this first right here. Then what you can do, you can actually split that. And these little parts underneath this tab and this tab, we're going to actually bring them out, both of these out. Then you can actually fold this in, and you can actually bring out this tab and this tab. Then you want to bring the head out and flip it out to the front right here, and then this little tab, actually you want to bring this out and clip it in so it holds the front end in place. Then you can bring the head down. You want to turn the crane part so this part is on this end. That way you can still place it next to his head without him having to worry to knock it out. Here you got the upper torso and head of Hercules Devastator. Awesome. Very key piece right here, and you know, I really can't wait. Stay tuned when I build them. We're getting close, you guys. Come on, Hook. We need you to get that crane up so we can complete construction on Nemesis for Megatron. Damn it, Bone Crusher. I'm a doctor, not a construction worker. Oh, wait. Yes, I am. But I can't seem to get it up today. It's just, you know, Well, hello, boys. What are you up to today? Oh, hey, Artsy. What up? Size comparison time. So here you can see that Dr. Crank is in great scale, of course, with his other Hercules Devastator or Constructicon buddies. You can see how much bigger he is than the G1 Hook he's based on. You can see he is bigger than a deluxe size figure like Wheeljack, and you can see he is slightly smaller than a 6-inch figure like Marvel Legends Extremis Iron Man, but with the back part he is actually a little bit taller. Dr. Crank has to be definitely one of the funnest figures of the set, because I love how his crane actually extends, and if you add the string on there, it's actually really cool. You know, I love his robot mode. He's very, of course, very detail and posable, just like the rest. If you're a fan of G1 Hook, you'll definitely love this. It's a great representation of G1 Hook. Like I said, this is a $98, almost $100 figure. If you're wanting to complete the set, like I said, it'll be expensive, but well worth it. And he's definitely a great addition to the set. I definitely love them, and I definitely recommend them. You can get it at Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source, whichever. Like I said, I love it. For more geek news, reviews, and more, check out bkbn.net. I'm Sean Long, member of Subverture Gnome in a big way. Say to the immortals, if you love Hot Toys, Sideshow collectibles, replicas, and more, visit alteregocomics.com. They take these things that you mortals call PayPal and major credit cards. You can do thy pre-orders. Hey Thor, speaking of hot, do you want a donut? Stupid mortal, I want thy Slurpee!
Prepare to meet your doom, Autobot.
I think this candy ass is getting a little ahead of himself. Here, I got something for you, jabroni.
No.
If you smell what the cliff is cooking.